First, would like to thank Mons Ballesteros for bringing me into the HST family, for teaching me the ropes and for, being there every step of the way. Uh, he taught me not to worry about things I have no control over, but every once in a while I do it anyhow just to remember what it was like. Also, Monica Kendall, for her mentorship and, her guidance, for her endless scope of knowledge, and just for being an incredible friend. I remember an occasion when I called her in a panic one time, and I needed immediate counsel in order to close some business. I had somebody right there that I needed to get an answer for. So I called Monica. She answered the call, pleasantly, like always. Immediately brought calm, to me with her expertise. And then later on, to my surprise, I found out that all the while I had her on the phone, she and her family were actually on vacation. There was never a hint from her. And, that's the kind of person Monica Kendall is. I also have a shout out for our wonderful HST staff, particularly Jackie and Beata, for their patience with my occasional calls for help, with carrier issues, with problems with claims, with my annoying questions like, am I appointed with this carrier? Am I licensed in this state or that state? Who do I call again for recertification? I'm sure they had a few laughs after they hung up the phone with me. And finally, I just wanted to thank Joe, for working so hard to make HST the force of the universe that it is. I got a pretty good jump out of the box when I started this journey roughly 7 years ago. I wasn't planning to hold the record for longest time to get to partnership, but I'm pretty sure I have it. But about a year in, I got an opportunity to realize a goal that I had been working on for almost 20 years. And that was to get hired on as a professional basketball official in the ABA. This is an avocation that, I'm still passionate about and I work hard at. I just don't talk about it a whole lot. The basketball season is not year-round, but my role in it is. And so there's constant training, there's constant learning. I had thought about giving up on HST to focus on officiating, but I decided to continue, albeit at a much slower pace. So, this is when I found out firsthand that when Joe says he loves you the way you are, he really means it. And because of that, I was able to slowly and gradually make my way to partnership. So if I can do it, anyone can. Well, the only advice I think I'm qualified to give is to do all you can to enjoy the journey, no matter what route you take. So, learn from others, don't sweat the small stuff, and expect setbacks, because there are going to be setbacks. A good thunderstorm is needed from time to time to break up the monotony. But, make your mistakes early and often. Don't fret about things you can't control, in the great words of Mons Ballesteros. You're going to get there eventually if you just don't quit. And again, I'll remind you, don't forget, Joe loves you the way you are. So over the years, I've heard a lot of new partners talk about putting the money back into their business. I've heard them talk about paying off bills. I've heard them talk about saving for a rainy day, college education, paying off the mortgage, all of that. But that's not me. Hell, I'm going to blow it all on a cross-country rail trip with my wife. We're going to go through the national parks, we're going to go through the mountains, we're going to take in all the beautiful scenery and walk in the shoes of the great explorers. Something we've always talked about doing, but never took the time to really just, pull the trigger. So I guess we can say that you know, we're just going to enjoy it. And on that note, I would like to just say thank you to Joe, and again, thank you, Mons, and most of all, thank you, HST.